What URL was the $7 offer on? Cooks? Was it slash book?
I don't even know what we did.
Slash book print. Blessings, everybody. Hello and welcome. My name is Dasha Love, and I'm super excited to talk to you today about manifesting your dream life and business. So today is an amazing topic because I'm going to talk to you about how to write your book without writing and how to ascend the pyramid of ascension of making different offers online. Because let's face it, if you don't have leads, if you're not generating more people coming into your sphere, then you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And let's start off by saying that writing a book is absolutely something that I believe every single person should do in this lifetime. Why? Because it's been one of the most amazing things that have shifted and changed my life. Because I've done many different tools that helped me realize myself, but it wasn't until I wrote that I was able to truly manifest my dream life. Writing was the integration. It was the key to bridging the psychedelic experiences I've had over the last 8 years, the meditation practices, the breath work, the nomadic lifestyle, the grounding outside, the landmark forum, the Tony Robbins, the Abraham Hicks, all the things that I have learned. I wasn't living a good life. I wasn't living my dream life until I integrated all of them through the writing. So some people come to me and they say, hey, I can't sit down and write. And recently I've discovered something incredible. And it happened through being in flow with one of my incredible friends and coaching clients. And what we tuned into is actually writing without writing. And I want you to check out this video right now just to get inspired, because there are other ways to get your books out there without you having to sit down and actually write. So check this out. One second.
Opportunity to share my own experience of death and rebirth. Thank you. You and I here to co-create the illusion of the timeline. We release and let go of. So I am here for you, and when you flow, let that flow keep coming. Everything else will fade away and will be brought back another day. Yes. In my closet or in the trees. And I'm grateful that I was gifted a horse at 9 years old so I could start to really explore.
So as you can see, you can write a book without writing. How? by channeling it through you with somebody who's already done it. Because the truth is, I've got 7 books under my belt now, and I can hold space as we figure out exactly how you can get that book out. So you don't have to be the one to sit down and write it if it's not something that you desire to do for self-transformation, even though I highly recommend it. You don't have to do that. You can channel it. You can record it. You can allow for downloads to come as they're prompted. So there's many different ways, and why it's important to get it out, because your story matters. Because your story, that's what transforms somebody else's life. Because the mess that you have, your pain that you have, is the message, is the purpose for the world. Because most people, you see, they feel like they're alone. They feel like no one else is dealing with the things that they're dealing with. And when you step outside of yourself and you share authentically, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, doesn't matter. People resonate and they feel that they're not alone. So creating that book is your legacy. It's your message. It's the mess that becomes the catalyst for the transformation and the awakening of many other people. Okay, so with that story, with that book, whichever way you choose to write it or not write it, and I've got a really special offer at the end of this, is the catalyst for transformation for many. And that's the beginning of realizing your ascension pyramid of the different offers that you create for people as they come and dance with you. So let me show you how offerings look when you are starting to create that soul-aligned business. Okay, everybody, can you see this? Okay, it's a pyramid of ascension when you're starting to communicate with your customers and you're bringing in, because your business is your calling. It is your story. It is your message amplified. Okay, it's nothing more than your message, your story, the lessons that you learned, broadcasted out to help people live a better life. And the more you broadcast it out, and the more that you can charge, is the bigger transformation people will have in their own lives. Because you are just a space to allow people to transform their lives through you. But before they know you, you got to find a way to get to know them. It's like dating. So every single offer that you give them, whether it's free or a little bit of money, they're coming in for a first date. They're having that first initial conversation with you. So it's like, in order for them to understand if you're the right person that can help them transform, you got to grab them with a hook. And that hook could be an ebook. That hook could be a video where you're gathering their information so you can help nurture them, so you can start dating them and help them transform their lives. Okay, so the dating always begins with a small offer. Sometimes it's a free ebook, sometimes it's a video, sometimes it's a masterclass, sometimes it's a webinar. You're starting to date them. You just met them for the first time and you're saying hello. Okay. Then you give them the ability to grab a low ticket offer, like a little mini course or a longer masterclass, or maybe a small event with you. So in this example, as you see on the screen, the low ticket item could be like an item between $7 and $50. You're having that first conversation with the client. Okay, then next you're offering an even bigger transformation. You're offering them a complementary product to what they've already bought. So for example, if they got a little mini course from you, now you're giving them an accountability book, something that would complement and help them with their transformation. Okay, the higher up the ladder you go, the bigger the transformation for the individual and the more money they pay to level up. People pay you so they can level up. So they can pay attention and become the kind of person that they want to be. It really has nothing to do with you. nothing to do with your ability delivering to them the product, because the fulfillment and the creation doesn't start until both parties say yes. Okay, so you're starting from the free products, low ticket products, and you're growing up the pyramid of trust, building trust. Then the next offers are between a couple $1,000s and like $5,000, and it's done with you. And usually it's like group coaching along with some courses and different materials that you give them. So you give them yin and yang, the ability to have some time with you, have that support, that accountability, and have lots of stuff that they can do on their own. And then the next level up is when you start getting done for you, when you start doing things for them so they don't have to do them. So of course, that requires a high level of investment, because it's time that you and your team spend for them so they don't have to spend that time working on those things. Okay, so the process always works the same. And what you're selling is always the same. What happens is the front end, how you grab the people, is just a wrapper around the same thing that you're selling. You see what I'm saying? So you always got to have that big destination in mind. The ultimate transformation for the individual should be the cream de la crop. Whatever you charge for it, $5, $10, $15, $20, $100,000, $1 million, that should always be your beacon, right? And the wrapper that comes around it is your lead generation, is the magnet that you grab them with, is the first thing that you do so you can start dating each other. Okay, so there's a difference when you are creating a book for a lead generation and when you are when you're working on a book to heal yourself. Because when you're working on a book to heal yourself and you're writing it down, it can take a longer period of time to go through the onion layers of understanding your reality, understanding all your transformational journeys and connecting them together. That could take a lot longer than just creating a book for lead generation. So the most important thing in the beginning, when you are deciding that you are going to create a book, a legacy, something that's going to live past you and help people past your lifetime, is what is the reason? What is the purpose? Okay. And then you don't have to figure out how. This is what I'm here to do, is help you tune in to how you can create the beautiful creation. So does that make sense to everybody? And one other thing I really wanted to brush up on today is how you create that avatar. So when you are creating your different videos, remember, before you start writing, before you start making any offer, you got to start focusing on who it is that is going to be the perfect person who's this transformation is going to be for. And most of the time, it would be like your old self. And here I give an example of Vanessa, but I just want to briefly mention that the reason why I kept writing the first book, now there's 7, but the first book 8 years ago, the reason why I kept writing for almost 8 years, that one book, is because I was speaking to my old self. Okay, the one that was living in the dark, the one that was getting wasted, the one that was in relationships that did not serve. When she was finding those answers, the psychedelics that helped her, the meditation that healed her, the meditations, all the self-love practices, I was transforming myself, and I was sad that there were people that were still living in the dark. So that's what kept me being driven about writing. It was for those people, because I wanted to make it simpler for them to understand that they can have a better life. And here are the tools that I took to completely accepting myself as I am. So I described every single part of that path to my old self. Okay, so that was the drive for writing the book, from my old self. So now I realize the way that avatar works is those people that are like my old self are the people that are magnetized toward the information that I provide. Okay, so when you're always talking to this one person that's sitting behind the camera, and I would say it's your old self, because you are your niche, you are your avatar. Always talk to this one person who is sitting across from the camera or across from the book. Like, imagine that person reading that book and you're just having a conversation with them. So For those that aren't familiar on how to create this avatar, here I'll briefly just brush on it, but this is available in my manifesting course and academy. You visualize that person when you create that vision, and what does that person really want? What do they really want? And here you can see as an example, Vanessa wants to be a star. Okay, she wanted to feel satisfied. She wanted to know that she's making a difference in the world and she's spiritually connected to something bigger than herself. She wanted to earn enough money to support herself, her lifestyle, her freedom. She wanted a tribe, a community of people who are on the same mission and to experience the confidence, love, support of the community. And she wanted to have faith in herself. Okay. Her pains and fears were that she wasn't good enough to start her own business, okay? That she would make a fool of herself, that she won't make enough money in her own business, that she'll always feel unfulfilled, not sure what her gifts are. She was fearful of asking what she deserved to get paid. She didn't understand internet marketing, confused and overwhelmed by a lot of information. And some of her buying objectives would be, this coaching would not work for her. She won't follow through. She won't be able to measure up to the coach's success. Okay, so I want you to create the same thing. Before you start writing, before you start creating your offers, you create who it is that is the perfect person that when they see it, they're like, wow, this was for me. Like you were speaking directly to me. Because then they will grab your offer without any hesitation. And then they will ascend up the pyramid, as I discussed with you, because they will be the perfect person that will experience the highest level of transformation. Okay, so the more detailed you are about who this person is in your niche, your avatar, sitting behind the camera screen, reading your book, how old they are, like Vanessa is single, 30s, wants a new business, her own business, she's dating, she's well educated. Although she's achieved many things in her life that she considers successful, she's secretly unfulfilled. She worries that time is running out. She knows she's meant for greatness, but she's currently trapped, okay, working a day-to-day job. Who is she connected with? What does she value? Okay? And I welcome you to hang it around the office or your home, wherever it is you're working, and always talk to this one person. Okay, so there's just an ample amount of ways to create value. And as long as you focus on other people, the impact that you're going to create, that's going to drive your own self-evolution. And writing, as I mentioned, if you choose to write a book by writing with your hand or speaking it or channeling it, is a fast-paced path to transformation and connecting the dots. And then you can use that book as your legacy, as your lead magnet to attract people who are seeking to find the answers which you've already found. And then you just take them up your ladder of trust and into higher and higher levels of transformation, because people that pay attention and they do the things that they say that they're going to set out to do, but you just got to believe in them. Okay? You learn the strategy, but the magic of how you're going to co-create together when you work together has not happened yet. So you can't predict how it's going to unfold. You just got to say yes. You just got to expand and allow yourself to say yes to things that you may even feel uncomfortable doing, because that is where growth is. It's outside of our comfort zone. And that is where true fulfillment is. It's outside of our comfort zone. And you know this. So this is just a reminder. So I'm super excited now. I want to welcome everybody to check out my new offering. And it's super exciting. And it's called Write Your Book Without Writing in 7 Days. And guess what? It's available right now for you on the following URL: www.TUBEBUDDY.com. www.7fmanifesting.com/book sprint. Oh no, /print sprint. Is that right? Okay, can you check that one real quick? I think it's /print sprint. Can you check it?
Check what?
7fmanifesting.com. Was it /print sprint? Double checking our new and improved. So if you want to write your book without writing,
Box print.
I welcome you to go, thank you, to 7fmanifesting.com/book-sprint and check out this unbelievable offer I have going right now. So I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate and see you, and I got your back.
That's book print.
Book print / book print.
Just book print.
www.7fmanifesting.com/book print. And it's a really, really great offer. So check it out. I cannot wait to see you on the inside. I love you all so much. Drop me a line if that was informative. If you have any other questions, if there's anything else you guys want to talk to me about or for me to channel about, I am here in this beautiful Facebook group. And thank you for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. And have a great night.